Greetings, everyone. This is Elizabeth. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let me fix that camera just a little bit. I made it almost perfectly on time. I am like 5 minutes late. Woohoo! Hello, Dawn. How are you doing? Just got back from the dentist with my daughter. So yeah, I was a little worried, but they didn't make me sit and wait for 2 hours like they did the other day, so gotta love that. Well, and I shouldn't say me, my poor daughter's the one that they were checking out, but yeah. So today we're playing with some new goodies that are in the Crescent Creation shop. Be sure to use Elizabeth Creates code, Elizabeth Creates, to save 10% on regular priced items. The new stuff is regular priced at the moment. Some of the older goodies are on sale. So if you're looking to save a few cents, check out the sale that they've got going on at Crescent Creation. So exciting. But we're using all the goodies. I'm so happy. I'm all a little bit tongue-tied there. And Dawn says she's being lazy. That's all right. I feel that. So some of the new goodies that we have in the shop are the Simon Hurley Polar Penguins. And if you follow me on my channel, you saw that we did use this one already. It's still so new, I haven't even got it put away yet. It's still in the packaging. Make sure my chat is doing proper. I've been having issues with that. So we've got Polar Penguins, which has some really cute sentiments. They don't have to be Christmassy, which is what we're doing today. And they're just fabulous. Like dashing through the snow, have an ice day. I love chilling with you. Lots of fun, cute stuff. And of course, Christmas ones have a super cool Christmas. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays that fit in the little banner. Okay. And it's penguining to look a lot like Christmas. Or, yeah. So cute. And we're going to pair that today with another new stamp in the shop called Evergreens. Evergreens is a 6-piece set, okay? They count each individual part, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you get one each of the little tree designs that pop out, so you can do individual. I am using it as a whole today, which is unusual for me. Hello, Crystal's Creation. But yeah, we're gonna I love the peel aparts. They're probably my favoriteest ever, because you get a full or you get pieces. So if you want to do rainbow trees, you can literally just chunk them out and do rainbow trees, whatever makes you happy. So yes, such darling sets. But we're gonna use our trees with the new stamping foam. Look at that. This is the circle stamping foam. I'm not popping it out all the way because we're going to use it as a whole to make 2 cards. We're going to do this one time, heat it up, make 2 super cute cards. And yeah, we'll just show you how easy and fun it is. Crescent Creation does have the circle stamping foam, the rectangle stamping foam. I didn't check to see if they had the heart one, but I think they do. Be sure to click on other and tools and whatnot in the categories to pull these little goodies up. Stamping foam. I'm going to set our little penguins aside. I've got two card panels, because remember, we're going to make 2 cards, so I've got those set aside. As a whole with a hole. Yes, right? It's too funny. So, if you have, I know I do. nope, as I'm trying to crash things, pardon me. If you have a concentrated heat tool, this will work. I've used it. I've used it on the other large block, the heart. It just take more time because you're heating a little bit of area, and so by the time you get here, this is cooled off, so you get all the time it's an imperfect impression, but it's a little less perfect. Okay, so you can use a regular embossing heat gun. Just I like to put a little like hand over to keep that heat in there as much as possible. Don't concentrate your heat. Don't touch the thing because you can melt it. Okay, we don't want to melt this. We want to keep that heat moving and warm it up the best we can. This is the Ranger Heat It tool. It has a wider, see that? Much wider area to disperse the heat. This works like a gem. Okay, it definitely covers more area so you can flip and get your stamping. Also in the shop is the acrylic, the larger acrylic block, which is a 5x6 acrylic block. It was designed for this because if you have a low tack tape like mint tape, you can tape these two together and get a better impression. I don't, but press and seal will also work if you wrap this in press and seal. Okay, that'll hold that, which you know, if you run to your kitchen, you can grab yourself some press and seal. You just want to make sure it's going to cover the area. Okay, press and seal has two sides. It's got a non-stick and a sticky side. So we want our sticky side up. And a lovely subby taught me this trick that the press and seal is fabulous. It really is. Let me try to do this properly here. Okay. It wants to stick to itself, which is perfectly fine. So we're going to roll it over. Roll it over. Okay. Like so. And you're going to take your time. You're going to make it all beautimous and fabulous. But it's all sticky. And then we're just going to take a little piece of card and put that there. And what happens now is when I get that on there, it's stuck to my stamping foam. Okay, that way there we can use the edges to lift and press and do the fun stuff and lift that up nice and easy. So if you have yourself some press and seal because you don't have nice gentle mint tape, you can try your washi. Try it on the side because some washi tape is extra sticky and the glue will pill this. So just be cautious of that. Okay. So press and seal. So we're going to heat this up 10 to 15 seconds. Give it a hand. Yep, Crystal says, I learned my lesson with my heat gun by getting it too close once to the stamping foam. Yeah, even with this one, okay, we want to keep it moving. We don't want to sit there and go too slow because it will, you can see the ring is starting to show up now because it's shrinking down. Okay, don't be sad about that ring. It's going to give you some really nice things. And this is what I like to do. Okay, if you hold it in your hand and you have it, your rubber stamp ready, right? Okay, And I'm going to heat it and press it so it doesn't have too long to cool off. So now I can use this stamping block to help give me more pressure. Okay, push on all the sides. Miss Shay, my dear, how are you doing? Okay, so we did the pressing and then the reveal. Okay, now I didn't get this area hot enough, and it will still show some stuff, but right here there's no texture really, so I am going to heat it again and give it another go. Okay, and yeah, but this, so gorgeous. Sometimes I think the second time heating it is better because you're able to see it warm up, because you're making the impression go away, so you're actually seeing it warm up. And then you know it's nice and toasty because the design is gone. Okay. Try that. Miss Pam, hello, hello. For those of you just joining, we are using some new Simon Hurley products that are now available in the Crescent Creation shop. And now through the end of the year, you can use code Elizabeth Create, all one word, all uppercase, like shouting it out, Elizabeth Creates. And you can save 10% on your regular price purchase. See, that is much better. See, we can see that design in there. It doesn't have to be perfect. Also, I'm sitting down and pushing, so I'm not getting a lot of pressure on the top. But, you know, I'm a lazy crafter. That's what I do. But look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? So we're using the new Simon Hurley Evergreens background stamp. The new Simon Hurley round stamping foam. And then we're going to be using the polar penguins to make a couple of cards. So I'm just going to pop this right off of there, but see that? Our press and seal left us a nice surface. If you love your design so much, you can leave it there forever. The longer you leave it, the longer it takes to heat it out. But you can flip it, heat it, and use it, and it won't interfere with this as long as you don't take that heat to this side. Okay, so now we're gonna pop that out. Ha ha ha. Okay, and we're gonna grab our first card panel that has a little goo on one side. We'll just turn that goo upside down. Okay, get one more card panel since I used that one for that. Okay, so our first card, we're going to use the center. This is going to be so easy, guys. You can mass produce these like crazy. But before I stamp that, no, we're going to trim it after we stamp it. That way, if we're offset a little bit, we can fix that. So I'm going to decide kind of visually where I want it. Do I want it in the center? Do I want it in the top? And I kind of like it up at the top. So we're going to ink it up with all the inky goodness. Okay, we're going to start in the center because that's probably the best. We're going to start with a little overzealous in the center. And you want to rub, because if you tap, you're going to get the lines of that. And I'm getting it into the grooves. I want it nice and luscious green. Okay, and now I'm going to take the little bit of fake plant and swirl it around the edge, because that little bit of overzealous is not going to contaminate my thing at all. And if I'm worried about it, you can wipe it off on a paper towel. Okay, And just to get the inky goodness rolling, we're gonna grab our green brush and just swirl it a little, just to kind of soften up that area. And then if you see any areas you don't like, you can really touch them up. So there's that. And FYI, I did get this, and I thought it would be easier for me to pick up my brushes if they were backwards. It becomes top heavy, so you definitely want to put your brushes in with the bristles facing out. Okay, and then just turn it around if you want to grab them from the back side. So yeah, just know that you want them facing forward, otherwise it gets a little top heavy and they fall down. We don't want them falling down. And this is water based, so I'm not worried about it drying too much. Our next little trick is we're going to mist it with a little bit of water. Okay, and the bigger the splots of water, the different effects you're going to get. Okay, if you need to mass produce these, you're going to have a whole bunch of card panels ready, because all you're going to do is ink this up and go. So I'm going to make sure that my fingers are at the top of the trees. Okay, that way there I use my fingers as a guide to know that, hey, you know, that's the tops. And I'm going to down and press. Nice, good press, and voila. Just this. And the texture, you know, because you get a reverse image. If we actually stamped the trees, there would only be ink on the trees. But isn't that just gorgeous? And hot dog, I think I got that pretty even. So we'll trim a little bit off of both sides, and this card panel will be almost done. Okay, so we're gonna clean this. And if you have like scraps, you know, you spray these down, okay, you can see, you know, if they're gonna leave you some fun things. Use them with gel plates and stuff like that. I love that. So you can definitely clean up that way, or you can just, you know, re-ink it and go as many times as you need, because that's your stamp now. It's Beautimus. Okay, that little guy is ready to go. Okay, now we're gonna do the same with this one. Okay, we're gonna find those inks that I have sitting there, and this time I'm going to, well, because we have an inner and an outer area, so I'm gonna lay down the overzealous everywhere. I'm gonna really get it in there. Okay, really get it nice and inky. And then this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a little bit of the fake plant, and we're going to ink the inner edge, okay, like so, and the outer edge. And I do want to run it a little bit inwards, because remember, I'm going to be trimming this, so I want to make sure that fake plant gets seen. Okay, so we're going to have that same two beautiful colors, two shades of green, a light and a dark. We're going to grab our ink blend-in brush, and I'm going to soften up these areas, because I don't really like how that turned out right there. Especially right there, but see that? I can just blend that right out. Pull that in, just like so. Okay. Isn't that gorgeous? Fudge-filled elves. Okay. And apparently I like getting my papers dirty. So there's little spots on the back side. So we're going to use this side. Again, I'm going to spritz it. Okay. And I should have put you, I forgot a step, you guys. I always forget a step. So we've got the new Simon Hurley's 5x6 stamping block covered in some press and seal. We're going to put our little dude on there. I should have put it on there beforehand, but it's stuck on there now, so we're good. That way there we can put our card down, and this becomes something a little bit easier to hold. And the stamping foam is a little bit bigger than our card panel, so we can just set that on there and then give a good press. Well, this is for the replay, Pam, for all of those that want to come in and watch and fast forward to all the good bits. But Pam says, ECR seems to think we're actually watching her. Shouldn't she know us by now that once we start talking about food, nothing else matters? Ha ha ha. Right? It's too funny. Okay. Ugh. And then we lift. And look at that. We have this gorgeous center spotlight area. The beautiful trees around there. Two shades of colors. That's it. A light and a dark. Ugh. And you can do that with any stamp, any texture, as long as your heat gun can reach it, you know, to warm this up and go get it. I mean, ugh. Okay, we're gonna clean this up. Get a little. Get that move in there. There we go. Oh, Maureen Pryor, that's awesome. She used the code Elizabeth Creates to save 10% on her regular price purchase. That's awesome. Okay, so I just did a cleanup, so my paper's a little damp, right? But I'm also going to add some more water, because it's cleanup, and I'm not really particular how it's going to turn up. However, I did add a lot of water there. Okay, and then we're going to stamp it again just to see. I mean, oh man, look at that. Nice grungy background. Oh, that'll be ready to do some fun stuff in there. I know it looks crazy, but once you do another layer of stencil, some more stamping, it's going to be fabulous. Okay, now to clean, again, it's just a water-based ink, and you can find the Simon Hurley inks at Crescent Creation. She even has the new trio. I haven't even opened them yet. I have a video planned for Crescent Creation. We're gonna ink those and make a spooky feeling card with those. I think. I don't know. But yeah, I got some videos planned for you guys. Some pre-recorded little quick videos. But that's how easy it is to clean up. Okay, so easy. Ugh. And again, it peels right off the press and seal Mint tape is what Simon Hurley recommends because it's very low tack. Double check your washi tapes before you use them, like test them on the side, which also, by the way, this is a stamping, I mean, you could heat this, grab a row of trees, you know, so you have that and you can make little borders across your cards. So there's Evergreen that we used with the stamping foam. There she is. And then, of course, you can put this back together and stamp it. Okay, and what's going to happen, okay, what's fun is you could pop this up, ink it one color, sorry, okay, and then ink this in another color, put them back together, and then you could have a two-toned circle, but it'll leave this nice halo. It'll be cool. Okay. Zombies! It's that time of the month. Okay, so for this card, okay, I think we're gonna leave it intact. I don't think I want to trim it. Or do I? Yes, I do. I want to trim it just a little, because I'm just a little. So we're gonna do that before we put it together. So I'm going to take just a hair off of all the sides. And look, I'm not measuring, you guys. Whatever trims off, trims off. I'm not picky. There we go. That's going to be beautiful. And then we're also going to trim this down. I'm going to test it, see how much more I need off, because I'm not taking exactly the right amount. Now, I'm not taking a measured amount. Let's say that. Okay, there we are. So that's going to be beautiful. Okay. We have that card base ready. We've got our little bitty bit of scraps for the garbage. Okay. And we're going to make sure that's turned upright. This one, I thought we would use the little penguin with his arms out, his little igloo. And we want to do the sending, either... We're going to do sending smiles. Okay, so we'll have a little bit of sending smiles, and then our igloo and our penguin. Now here's the dealio. If I stamp my igloo in place and then I stamp my penguin, their images are going to overlap, and we're not going to be able to see the eyeballs and the nose, and it's going to look like a hot mess. I want the penguin perfect and not interrupted. Okay, so this is what we're gonna mask, and I have a little penguin mask cut out. Anything low tack, there's masking material, and that's what I'm using, is a masking material. Okay, so we have to do it in reverse. Whatever we want in the front, we're gonna stamp first. So we're gonna grab our small little stamping block for him. Okay. We'll have our sending smiles waiting. We're going to grab a little bit bigger block for our igloo. Okay. I'm going to stamp my igloo in a nice beautiful blue, because it's icy. I don't want a black igloo, but our penguin is black. And I want to color him with alcohol markers, so I'm going to stamp him in a tuxedo black by Memento. Okay. So we're going to I don't remember if I've used this particular penguin yet or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test run the penguin just to make sure he's going to stamp really good. Yep. Beautiful penguin. Let's ink him up. Okay. And I want my little penguin hanging out right about here. Down, nice even pressure. And up. Ha ha ha, look at that cute little penguin. He got a little fuzzy though. There's something fuzzy on my thing. Probably this from wiping it, who knows. That's right. We love our products, so we mention them like they're talking about Mr. Jim recommending craft paper. All right, so now we've stamped him. We need to cover him up. So basically what you do is you stamp your image on the mask paper, but you're going to cut inside or just on the line. We don't want to cut outside the line. We want to cut it so that maybe there's barely any of that black line left, okay? And this is why. We want our image, the mask inside, okay? So this nice dark line, that's the actual stamp on this background. We want our mask inside that line so that when we do the igloo, it'll stamp right on the line. Otherwise, you're going to get like this little halo of separation, which is easy to fix. So if you muck it up a little, no worries. It is going to be easy to fix. So we've got our penguin. Our little mask is down. Okay. And remember, the mask is a piece of paper, so it's got a thickness. So in the area of his head, I'm going to make sure I tap that igloo extra good. Let me double check to make sure this is going to be bright enough. I have a feeling that's not going to be bright enough. No, I like that. It's going to be fabulous. Zombies. Okay, again, this is Simon Hurley's Clear Skies for the igloo. Just make sure that's nice and inkied. I need to re-ink that. I use this one a lot, you guys. Clear Skies. It's well named. Okay, and then we can just put this anywhere we want because the penguin's masked off. He's going to show on top. And we're going to plop him down right there. Okay, and we peel that up, and then we have this beautiful igloo. Now, see, this is what would happen if you stamped them without masking them. You're going to see the igloo through the penguin, and that's not pretty. But our little mask says, nope, we'll have no ink right there. And look, isn't that the most adorablest thing? And here's the thing, you guys. Put that mask with your set. You won't have to cut another one for several stampings, especially if all you're doing is a little bit of stamping. So you can hang on to that and do that. Okay, so super easy. Okay, and it didn't take me long to fussy cut this out to make that mask. So just know that too. Okay, we are gonna grab a little black pen. It doesn't matter what kind of black pen you have. Okay. Wait, is this one? Oh, I can't remember. This one is waterproof. Okay, some pens are waterproof, some pens are alcohol friendly. Okay, I'm just gonna doodle a squiggle line, okay, that gives my little penguin a ground. Okay, And I'm gonna do, I guess it would, okay, so just squiggle lines to make some ground, nothing fancy. And then the igloo needs to be on ground, but remember the igloo goes way back there, so the ground needs to go back behind the igloo. And then we'll give little peeps of grass, and a little peep of grass is just some upward angly bits, like little V's with lines in the middle. Okay, V with a line. Okay, so there's our little grassy bits, just to give it a little bit of depth and dimension. Okay, now we can color. And we're going to do easy peasy lazy coloring. Okay, got some gray. I'm going to take a little bit of gray under the beak, under the eye, okay, under this fold, because remember the black is a fuzzy, so it's like sits over, kind of like our hairline. And then I'm going to just take a little bit down each side because it's kind of a frontal view. Okay, there's that. Penguin belly all done. And then we're going to take either black or dark gray and color our penguin. Now I'm going to leave little bright areas. So like I'm going to do my black, but then come and leave a little speck of white, because my I ran out of white gel pen, so I got to get a new white gel pens. Okay, so we're gonna do a little line and then a little speck of white, and we're gonna do that across the top of his head. Okay, just little specks of highlights. We'll soften them up in just a second with a light gray. In little tappy motions to fill in little teeny weeny areas. There we go. So these guys are pretty easy to color. The penguins are just black and white. Okay, now we're taking the same belly gray and we're just gonna scrub it over the black in the light area. Okay, there it is. And then we just want to clean our marker because we did go over dark color, just to make sure no black is on the tip. Okay, so there is that. And now we have our little igloo, which I forgot to pick out a blue for. We're gonna do some highlights. Okay, so we're just gonna follow the left side of everything. Okay, and it doesn't have to go straight on it, but we're gonna do the left side on the left side, if that makes sense. Okay, we'll color that in because he's probably making a shadow. Okay, now this has a center area, and you can use this center brick as the center area. Now we're going to go to the right side, okay, of things. So this one and this one are going to be doubled, but then we're going to move to the right side. And we're just dropping in some shadows. So we're going to go to the right side. And you can do this any way you want. This is my lazy way, you guys. Because, you know, igloos are ice. They're white. No, I forgot the left side of that guy. Okay. Look at that. Oh, and forgot the top of that one. There we go. Kind of messed that one up too. Just do that. Look at that. And then we're going to use a little bit of gray in our little landy area. Okay. And then we'll top that off with a teeny touch of blue to make it feel like icy area. Okay. Very hit and miss, very messy-ish. To the left, doot, doot, doot. Look at him. Doesn't he look adorable in his little igloo land? I did not leave room for... Oh, no, we have room right up here. Look at that. Sending smiles. Right up there. Because remember, I had it down here. That's too cramped. Let's put that right up there. And look at me using sentiments. Oh, the beak. You're right. You guys. Thank you. Poor little guy. Gonna have no beak. Let's get... I'm gonna use VersaFine Clair because it's a nice, beautiful black. I've never used this stamp before, so I'm just gonna test it. Make sure. And then we'll what color is his smile? Okay. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. See, I even have the orange out. Okay. So, what we're going to do is, it's a teeny tiny area. So, I'm going to just tap, 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 tap. Tap that in there. There we go. There we go. Ha ha ha. Now he's complete. How fun was that? Okay. I know. We could have gone without a proper penguin. Okay. So we had our stamping foam. We heat set the whole stamp of the evergreens into it. We pulled it apart so we could do a spotlight for our image there. Okay. And now we have this one, which, you guys ready for this? Pa-bam! I was smart and ready for that one. Look at that. This is the happy little sledding penguins right here on the Polar Penguin set. And this did not take me long at all. I used the stamping line because Memento is way lighter than my black marker. So I didn't color right up to the line. You can see there's a little bit of white there. And then I ran my gray marker over that so that we could see that. Because if I colored that straight black, we wouldn't be able to see his little flipper. And on here, I did the same thing here. I left a white area. So I followed just under, leaving a white area and just under there, and then filled it in with a little bit of gray. For the hat and scarf, I used 2 shades of blue, one that would definitely show up under the other. So I did the really dark blue for the dots in the, the little fancy designs. It's triangles and dots, basically jagged little teeth and a couple little dots, and then went right over the top of it with another blue. So that's just 2 shades of blue. We did our little red sled and then cut it out, and I used an X-Acto knife right here, okay, so that we could have that right there. And look, stamp your little penguins out, stamp them out however many times you want, color them up, fussy cut them, whatever you want. Leave them on the sheet until you're ready to use them, and then cut them out as you need them, and you can have super quick cards. Okay, let's pop these together because we can. So we're going to flip, and here's the other thing. let's add just a smidge of color around the edge. Okay, just a smidge. And by that, I am not even going to clean or add anything to my brush. That is all of the inky goodness from earlier. Okay. Very lovely light hint of green so that when we put it on there, it definitely separates. Ugh, I love that. Glue, where'd I put you? Okay. Make sure that opens the proper way. Look at that. Set that down. If you're saving money on postage, you can glue these guys straight down. If you don't mind, you can give them a little bit of dimension and pop them up. Whatever makes your heart happy. And see, with his little scarf, I can make sure it hangs off just a tiny bit right there. Okay, look at how adorable that is. Okay, and then this guy, we're gonna get our card base for that one. And we just have a little bit of border around this one. So we're going to set that in there. Look at that. 2 cards for you guys today. Ha 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 ha. Ran a little bit late and was still able to get 2 cards done. Luckily, mainly because I had that one already colored and ready to go. But yeah, so impressing the stamping foam gives you 2 options, or 3 options. I fib. It gives you 3 options. You use it without the center, you use it without the outer, or you use them together. So you got three ways to use your stamping foam that have the center cut out, and then you can just fill your centers with goodness. Or just, I just love it. It's so cute. Those little penguins are awfully happy. I mean, look at that. Sending smiles. So adorable. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me today. And I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to stop by the shop, crescentcreation.com. The link is in the description. And use the code Elizabeth Creates, all one word, to save 10% on regular priced items. That code is good all the rest of the year. I'm so special. And then check out the shop because some stuff's already on sale. So have fun out there, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.